The most expensive jet in the world costs more than the White House. What if we told you that somewhere on Earth there is a luxurious private plane with a symphony hall with the right acoustics, a stable for horses and camels, a garage for 2 Rolls Royces, a private steam room and jacuzzi, and flat-screen televisions built into the walls? Well, we aren't exaggerating. So before we continue, set your seat back and buckle your seatbelt. You're about to witness one of the most expensive and luxurious jets in the world. In October 2007, after viewing an Airbus A380 on display at the Dubai Air Show, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Al Saud ordered the Flying Palace an Airbus ACJ 380-800. At the time, Airbus estimated it would deliver at least a dozen private A380s to gents like the Prince, because it believed there was a market for such kind of aircrafts. The Airbus A380 is now the world's biggest and most costly private airplane. This 500-metre private jet has been outfitted with the Prince's specific requirements and layout in mind. It has a Turkish bath, a huge music hall, a private garage for opulent automobiles, as well as a stable for horses and camels. Surprisingly, the Prince shelled out around $400 million for the Airbus A380. And by the way, it was rebuilt and refurbished at an additional cost of $200 million. So it's currently worth $600 million. This is way more expensive than the White House. According to Zillow Real Estate Listing Company, the White House is valued at $397.9 million. Given that it has practically everything you could ever need, this plane continues to be the most opulent aircraft ever built. The Prince even went to the extent of demanding the Airbus A380 to be modified to carry just one man instead of its original 800 passengers. And when it comes to the interior, it was created by a private jet and mega yacht designer named Edi Storet. The jet also has glass-made elevators. They provide a simple way for the Prince to change floors if he's too exhausted to climb the stairway. It also has 5 bedrooms, maybe all for the convenience of the Prince's visitors. Moreover, there is a single dining table for the Prince and his visitors. The dining table stands out thanks to its relaxing gold finish border. In the centre, there are chrome seats and a glass chandelier. However, this setting just makes up a small portion of the interior. There is a large lounge space next to the dining table that boasts 3 sofas, a chair, and a shining coffee table in vibrant hues, bringing out the best in the decor. And in order to create a fully attractive atmosphere, there are also concealed light fixtures. It also features a modern Turkish spa with gold-plated embellishments. Surprisingly, the Prince requested for a sizable prayer area within the private aircraft. No matter which way the plane is travelling, the prayer mat has a unique feature that it causes it to automatically spin towards the direction of Mecca. This private aircraft displays the refinement and elegance of the Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal. He leads an extremely opulent life, particularly in Saudi Arabia where he resides. If you are keen enough, you will realise that during the jet's design and production, every aspect was taken into account. The conference room and business area needed to be able to create a holographic image of the Prince's friends and family urgently. Therefore, the Airbus designers made sure there was extensive use of technology. There is everything a billionaire wants in this airplane. However, the goal was not to turn the airplane into another hotel or mansion, since it is designed to meet the demands of many different individuals. The crew facilities and the private jet's business centre are located on the main deck. In addition, there is a stunning cockpit where the aircraft is piloted. This is also where the rest lounge and opulent dining room are located. And as we all know, there comes a point when the flight becomes boring. But luckily, this is not an issue, because the Prince and his friends may be entertained while travelling on this opulent jet's 10-seat onboard performance area. Getting aboard the A380 is a special experience that takes travellers to first-class comfort levels of excellent standards in flight. Its interior allows passengers to spread out in a quiet and relaxed setting. Well, what did you expect? It is the largest and roomiest passenger aircraft on the whole globe. Airbus is pleased to have developed this plane. It hailed from its exceptional excellence in every way, fusing the most cutting-edge aviation technology with a creative interior design. It set the bar for innovation, experience and efficiency. The A380 has raised the bar for the whole aviation sector. With its low fuel consumption per passenger, low noise levels, and decreased CO2 and NOx emissions, the A380 not only ushered in a new age of passenger comfort, but also set the bar for environmental norms. These improvements have been carried on to subsequent aircraft generations. Something else is that this jet has higher air quality than the majority of other aircraft. At a cruising altitude of 40,000 feet, the very sophisticated air filters recycle cabin air every 2 minutes, continuously renewing and humidifying it to offer the Prince the cleanest, most pleasant breaths possible. Additionally, the air is compressed to a level that is lower than that of typical aeroplanes. Normally, an ordinary passenger aircraft maintains a cabin pressure at 8,000 feet, 24,000 metres above sea level. This reduces the blood's oxygen content by around 4%. However, the A380 can maintain cabin pressure at 6,000 feet, so the Prince will obviously have less weariness and headaches, so he will surely feel more refreshed when he reaches his destination. It lessens the possibility of a medical emergency for cardiovascular and respiratory conditions. With wings that are 54% larger than a Boeing 747 and an 80-metre wingspan, double the length of the first Wright brothers flight. It was built from scratch. Its height is similar to a 10-story house at 24.1 metres, and its fuselage is 73 metres, the size of 2 blue whales. It was even calculated that Michelangelo could have painted the Sistine Chapel 97 times with the 3,600 litres of paint that were required to cover the outside of the airplane. And since it is the widest passenger aircraft, the Prince's triple-decker A380 reaches a level of spaciousness that is simply unmatched. There is LED lighting in the cabin that adjusts to the time of day. This is to simulate morning dawn or a sunny day. These unique lighting effects are intended to gradually change the Prince's circadian rhythms in accordance with his location and lessen jet lag. With such a jet, the Prince is surely experiencing very little turbulence and a very smooth journey, all thanks to the A380's size and weight. However, this may seem paradoxical because the A380 will experience turbulent air more frequently than smaller aircraft due to its sheer size, higher surface area, and bigger wings. The weight of the plane dampens the effect of turbulence, and its huge wing surface is better able to tolerate the effects of interrupted airflow. Thus, typically, it will not result in the Prince experiencing greater turbulence. Additionally, the plane is made of composite materials which spread shock out more before they reach the seats. This plane also has one of the quietest cabins ever constructed. Particularly if you are situated on the top deck well above the 4 strong engines, you nearly won't hear the aircraft accelerate during takeoff due to the extreme quietness. At cruising altitude, the average ambient noise level in the cabin is roughly 60 decibels, or about the sound of a usual conversation. These days, cameras are being put on an increasing number of jets, either on the cockpit glare shield, on top of the vertical stabilizer, or concealed within the aircraft's belly. They aid pilots in navigating airports and give passengers live views of the aircraft via the entertainment system. One of the best parts of the Prince's jet is the tail camera, which people may find more enjoyable to use than the in-flight entertainment system. It offers a wide-angle view of the enormous aircraft from above and is housed in the housing on top of the vertical stabilizer. But that jet isn't all the Prince has. Prince Al Walid also possesses an Airbus 321, a Hawker Siddeley 125, and a Boeing 747 that has been modified for private use. He also owns Kingdom 5AR, one of the largest and most opulent mega yachts. And when it comes to automobiles, he owns a diamond-studded Rolls Royce, which costs $2.1 million. Let's say the Prince usually travels in elegance. Anyway, what do you think of the Prince's jet? And could you also shell out $600 million for this beast? That's all for today's video. See you in the next one.